Hello students, today my topic is related to MCOM 4th semester optional group A, paper 4th International Marketing and unit 5th Exim Policy and Practices in India. This is second part of our unit. And I am Dr. Swati Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Dr. BSP Government College, Pendra. So students, there are certain steps of starting the export business, but the question arises why one should start export business. There are many reasons to start export business, like saturated domestic market. It means there is no more demand for his goods and services in the domestic market, and that's why he wanted to create new market overseas. Second point is to increase the production level. Maybe the businessman wanted to avail the economies of large scale production. That's why he is searching for new market so that he can supply goods to the comparatively larger area. For gaining technological assistance, sometimes when we enter into international market, we get some better technology. So this may be the another cause of entering the export business. Then to avail incentives for export business, government provides certain incentives and subsidies to promote particular type of business. If any businessman wanted to avail these incentives, in that case also he can enter the export business. Next, to save business from depression phase, maybe in the domestic economic cycle, depression phase is going on, and in domestic cycle, demand for his goods and products are not as the production is going on. So he wanted to search some new market so that he can recover the cost of production and create a new market for his goods and commodities and bring himself, his business out of the depression phase. Then overseas market attraction. Overseas market is sometimes totally different from our domestic market. The likings, the fashion, desire of the customers overseas is totally different. So we wanted to avail those opportunities, we wanted to take up those challenges to produce goods and commodities as per those customers. In that case also, businessman wants to enter the export business. Then to support import, it may be possible that in exchange of export we are going to get some kind of goods and commodity as import. So to support import we have to make export of certain goods and commodity. In that case also we have to enter the export business. To fulfill legal conditions, sometimes it happens that government wanted to export certain goods and commodity to another nation, and it becomes mandatory for the businessman to support government of our country. So up to certain percentage of total amount of production, that businessman has to export the quantity, that fixed quantity, to another. Now following are the steps taken in starting the export business. Collection of information regarding foreign market. One should collect sufficient information about geographical condition, demographic structure, social, financial status, fashion trends, cultural environment, educational level of that country. At the same time, he should also get information about business culture, tax rate, legal requirements, shipping and logistics, competition, price level, etc. It is also good to carry on consumer survey, cost and price analysis, promotion cost, etc. These are the initial steps which are to be taken before deciding product and market. A rigorous survey is necessary regarding these factors. So before entering to the overseas market, we should make a sufficient study about these figures and these factors, like how is the geographical condition of that country, what is the demographic structure of that country, how many people are of middle age, how many young people are there, what is their social status, what is their financial status, what is their standard of living, how far they make expenditure on their living status, fashion trends, cultural environment, their educational level, whether those people are educated, less educated or uneducated. At the same time, he should also get information about business culture, what type of business culture is prevailing there, what are the tax rates prevailing in that overseas market, what are the legal requirements necessary, whether that person is capable of fulfilling those legal requirements or not, what type of shipping and logistic facilities he should be having to promote business there, to start export business, what is the competition level, what is the price level, etc. In fact, that person should carry on a rigorous consumer survey. He should go and study the cost and price analysis, what will be the cost, what should be the price he should quote to his goods and commodity, what will be the promotion cost there. All these are certain steps which should be adopted before entering any overseas. Now, second point is identification and selection of product and market. See, identification and selection, both the things are important. First, we have to identify the product, what kind of product should be launched to that particular market, and then selection of goods. So, on the basis of ground information about prospective market, businessman should identify and select the product with which he wanted to enter in the export business. For this, he should carry on research regarding demand and quality of product in the prospective market. Next, he has to identify the market where he can sell product or can create market for his product. Then identification is followed by selection of market. As per the resources, initially he should select less number of market. A prospective exporter should collect wide information about foreign market, its obstacles, legal formalities, etc. So, identification of market is very important, identification of product is very important, that like in which type of market, what type of product we are going to sell. A proper research must be carried on regarding the demand of the product and the quality that is desired by the consumers of that prospective market. Then next step comes is product planning. After deciding the market, product planning is very important. Whether to sell existing product or some changes should be made to meet the demand of new market. Product modification may be in the form of changes in color, shape, size, packing due to competition or enhancing quality of the product. So, product planning is very important. It should be decided earlier that whether we can enter that market with our existing product or we have to make any changes in our product as per the desire of the prospective market. Whether they wanted in big packing or small packing, whether they are preferring any particular color or not. So, some changes may be asked by the new market, may be asked by the prospective market. So, accordingly we have to make the change. So, next step is selection of distribution channel. There are various ways of selection of distribution channel like direct distribution and indirect distribution. In direct distribution, our goods and commodities are sent to our branches or exclusive agents or foreign brokers, and in indirect channel we have to hire certain persons or through government agencies we usually make a sale of our goods and commodity. Next point is sales promotion. To establish any product, proper advertising and sales promotion is required, because without advertising we cannot make publicity about our goods and commodity and services. So, it becomes a very vital step in international marketing to establish our goods and commodity in the market, and advertising plays very important role in this step. It requires lots of investment also. As per the financial status of exporting firm, advertising and sales promotion planning should be done. It depends upon our pocket that how much money we can spend on advertising and sales promotion. If we are having good fund for advertisement, we can go for big billboards, we can hire good models, very popular faces, or if our pocket is not permitting, in that case very less amount can also be spent out for promotion of our goods and services. Next point is fixation of price. Pricing is a crucial factor, and as per the sentiments of market, prices should be quoted. Pricing is important because it helps in creating and establishing overseas market. Sometimes penetrating pricing policy is adopted and sometimes high prices are quoted to our product. Pricing mainly depends upon three factors. First is cost, second is demand, and third one is competition of that goods and commodity in the market. So as per these three factors, we should quote our prices. Next point is credit policy. Mostly international business is based on credit policy. Now it depends on the financial status of exporter whether he can supply goods and commodities on credit or not. Thank you.